This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
Game 1 of the 2025 Central Plains Regional. Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers on your left. Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, sponsored by Carpetland, on your right. Both squads warming up, ready to battle as the road to Shelby and the ALWS begins today. Also, a huge shout out to the grounds crew after last night's thunderstorm. This field is beginning to look flawless. The Tigers, the Spartans, your pregame show starts next on MSPN Digital Television.
To the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, you all have been waiting so patiently here, and so have we, and we have been hard at work. We got here at 1:45 a.m. in the morning to start pumping water out of this place after a very dangerous and super intense thunderstorm rode through Fargo last night, and as you can see, this field is looking nearly flawless, and we are so close. Projected start time for this game is 11:30 a.m. We have dug up some extra pregame material, so you don't have to wait anymore. We're going to get to that pregame show right after this on MSPN Digital Television.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back to your pregame show here for Game 1 of the Central Plains Regional Tournament here on MSPN Digital Television. My name is Mike. Brad will have the next two games, and then I'll come back for the fourth and final game this evening. So here's what happened. Last night, thunderstorm rolled through. It dumped a whole lot of rain. We have a nice facility here. Maybe some of you saw the field tour that we put on YouTube yesterday. And if not, we'll play that for you here as well, as the Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers take the field here for the infield warm-ups. And when I got here at about 1:15 in the morning, and the primary entrance was under about 4 to 5 inches of water approximately. I was not able to go there and actually measure it. That was just my guess based on visuals of what I saw. The infield was good, but behind home plate around the backstop here, that had a little bit of water that had to be taken care of. There was a spot out in left field, like straightaway left field, that accumulated a puddle of water, and there was also a spot out in left center field that accumulated some water as well. So they have been working on that nonstop. I left the field at about 3:45 after getting some water pumps started. Some of the water, matter of fact, the water pumps were started before I got here, so I didn't have to do that work personally. But just monitoring things, looking at. We found one of our signs that usually hangs up at our front entrance blown all the way over to the first base side, and we have a picture of that on our X page. If you're not familiar with our X page, you can check it out, MSPN DTV, if you and that's our YouTube channel. But you probably already found us on YouTube, obviously. So if you want to follow us on X for updates on the Central Plains Regional Tournament, we've been putting them up there all over the course of last night and into this morning. So I finally went home at about about 3:15, I think it was, or 3:30, and I took a power nap. Got up at 7:30, came back to the field, and the crew was here, or some of the crew is here, and they got working on the field right away, and they have been working at a fantastic pace. And just 2 hours ago, these teams would not be able to do infield warm-ups. And even some of the Harrisburg Tigers are out in left field right now. So the shallow part of the outfield and the middle part of the outfield has been good for most of the overnight. It's been the very back by the fence. We don't have sand here, but some may call it the warning track. Back in that area of the outfield is where it's been really tough. And like I said, the sun has dried up a majority of it, but there were a couple spots that had puddles of water. They used some sump pumps to get it out of there, and they are working. Frankly, it looks like now they've finished up with the left center spot, and now they are focusing on the final things that they need to do in the left field spot. So thank you once again for your patience. We know that this game was supposed to start at 9:30 a.m. All the other games for today will be delayed beyond their original start time, but I was told that they will take any opportunity they can that is fair to the teams to try and start maybe a couple minutes early to try and get us back on time. But with a 2.5 hour, with approximately a 2.5 hour, or maybe we'll just say 2 hour delay, it's going to be very hard to get back on time. So all the other games will be delayed as well, and that's so we can allow all of the teams their proper time for infield warm-ups and all their pregame festivities and all that good stuff. So game 1 of 4 today, if you're not familiar, we'll do each game on an individual watch link. On the championship game on game 14, if game 15 is forced, then both games would be on the same watch link. So there's a little heads up on that. So we're at 11:02 local time. Like I said, first pitch is slated for 11:30 and not 1:30, 11:30 a.m. And what we're going to do is, if you haven't seen that video, we're going to play that video for you. When we come back, thank a few of our sponsors. And once again, a big thanks to our YouTube members, especially the 4, I think we had 4 join earlier this morning. Thank you so much for your financial support by clicking on that join button on the on our memberships tab on our YouTube channel at MSPN Digital Television. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll show you a little bit about what Fargo is about when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Mike with Fargo Post Farm and Baseball and owner of MSPN Digital Television. This is beautiful Starion Bank Field, the host of this year's 2025 Central Plains Regional. So let me show you around a little bit. We'll have several of our people on our team here. driving these golf carts to bring you from the parking lot or maybe from your hotel that's way over there. Those golf carts will pick you up from our fantastic large parking lot here just off 42nd Street. And wherever they see you park, they'll come and offer you a ride up to the gate. They'll drop you off right about here. You'll walk in, pay admission, or show your VIP badge if you have one, or a pass, and you'll get in and enjoy the game. So as you enter, we got a wiffle ball field here that kids can have fun on. Got a nice little shaded area where you can relax, have some drinks and snacks, stay out of the sun. As you walk in, we have some bar seating here along the third base line at Starion Bank Field, and a little grandstand here right off the third base angle here. Beyond the dugout, we have some more bar seating located right behind home plate here. And we also have an uncovered grandstand directly behind home plate. Got steps. You also got handicapped access right there if it is needed. We also have a covered grandstand, keep you safe from sunshine or weather, here on the first base side at Starion Bank Field, which gives you a nice view from this side of home plate of all the action. The opposite side of the first base press box, we got some more bar seating here right behind first base, which gives you an incredible look of the pitcher batter and pretty much any other element of the field you need as well. Like the sound of swinging bats, you're right by the bat cages here on this behind the first base corner bar seating, or on our fantastic brand new patio, which gives you an outstanding look of the game here from Starion Bank Field. You get a good look at the outfield, and you get a good look from behind the first base corner. What does it look like for the players on the field? We got an all-turf infield here at Starion Bank Field and a grass outfield. It is a beautiful facility here at Starion Bank Field. And for the pitcher, that's your view for throwing strikes. Session stand will be open during games. Lots of great food and drinks for great prices, and right around the corner to the left and around to the right, we have the men's and women's restrooms. Very clean, water fountain there if you're thirsty, and porta potties available around the area as well. If you happen to have a hotel on 23rd Avenue and you don't mind maybe a short little 5-minute walk, you can walk right from the field to your hotel or vice versa down this path. There's also an alternate route on a sidewalk down that direction that'll take you over here as well. And depending on which hotel you're at on 23rd Avenue, one of those two routes would be the best for you. And those golf carts I mentioned earlier, they'll come pick you up over here as well. So we just passed that playground a little bit ago. We're coming up to a little junction here. If you happen to be staying at the American Inn on 23rd Avenue, which is that hotel right there, you'll want to take a right. Or maybe you'll go straight if you're at a different hotel. Let's pretend you're going to the American Inn. All right, so here's one of the access points from 23rd Avenue South where all the hotels are located at. One of our golf cart people will be right in this general area if you want to walk across the street from your hotel and get a ride over the admissions gate. We can do that for you. Alternate route of the one that we took, you'll come out here by this FM Curling Club, and on the other side of the parking lot over here, and here's the parking lot on the right hand side of the curling club. If you can find a spot in this parking lot to park, then right over here we'll have some golf cart stations to give you a ride to the admissions gate as well, right there at that entrance. And once again, this is just a few hundred feet from 23rd Avenue, which is right up where those cars are going left and right. Back at 23rd Avenue now, once again, there's the curling club. There's the American Hotel. There's the Residence Inn Marriott Hotel. And right next door to the Residence Inn, find the Comfort Suites Hotel. So if you stay at any of those hotels, the Comfort Suites, the Residence Inn, or the American right next door down there, you can walk across the street and get a golf cart ride to the Central Plains Regional Tournament. If you happen to be staying in one of those three hotels, right across the street, you have the taco shop. Yeah, if you're 21 plus, you can go to the Golf Addiction Great Eats and Cold Brews building. If you are a seafood fan, you can go to Deep Blue Seafood, or right next door, we got Pizza Ranch. Let's not forget about Applebee's. We have Applebee's. This intersection right here is 45th Street. So we're 3 blocks from Starion Bank Field. River Zoo is within a 2-minute walk of the games as well. Across 45th Street and 23rd Avenue, 45th Street, one of the major roads in Fargo. You have the Sleep Inn as another hotel option. And then if you're hungry and you have a family that can't decide between Chinese and pizza, you can go to 9 Dragons and Slapshot Pizza and Subs. If you like indoor rock climbing, you can stay at the Sleep Inn or right next door at the La Quinta Inn and Suites. Further down 23rd Avenue, there is another hotel right across the street from the hospital. Might be a $4 or $5 Uber. La Quinta Inn and Suites on 46th Street. And right off 46th Street is a Casey's gas station. And on the other side of Casey's gas station is a Dairy Queen if you're up for some ice cream. 1 block north of 23rd Avenue, we come to the intersection of 46th Street and Amber Valley Parkway right here. And right across the street, Vicky's Garage Burgers and Brews. Fantastic place, a lot of good food there. If you haven't been there, I recommend trying it. And they didn't pay me to say that either. In addition to Sicky's Garage, we got Clothes Mentor if you need some clothes. Right next door, if you need a haircut, there's Skill Cuts right there. Skill Cuts or Clothes Mentor is not your preference. Then you got Lax for a haircut or Plato's Closet. Quick solution for some clean jerseys. Wave Max Laundry is right here as well. Sicky's Garage isn't up your alley. You want some Mexican, you can go right here to El Agave. As we look, you can see the lights of Starion Bank Field right there, just beyond the horizon of 45th Street. Some sports equipment for the upcoming spring and fall sports season you can go to. Play It Again Sports. Right here in the same parking lot as Agave and Sicky's Garage. I mentioned earlier in the video, right across from the hotels and the FM Curling Center right off 23rd Avenue where Starion Bank Field is at, we have the Red River Zoo. So if you're between games, you're looking for something to do, it's open year-round. And you can come check this place out if you like. If you're looking for some good music, if you're a fan of rock music, Q1051 has more of the 80s, 90s, and today's rock. Where if you're more of a classic rock fan, then you can go to 107.9, get like Def Leppard, Alice in Chains, that kind of music. If you're a country fan, you got Bob 95.1, or Bob 95, which can be found at 95.1, or you have Froggy 99.9 if you're a country fan. If you're a sports fan, you got 107.3, which is also on the AM dial at 740 AM The Fan. If you're a big NDSU Bison fan, you got Bison 92.7, or it's on the AM dial at Bison 1660. If you're more of today's biggest hits, today's hottest music type top 40 person, you got Big 98.7, or you also got Fargo's Heritage CHR, which is Y94, which can be found at 93.7 FM. Some more adult contemporary, as it says, soft rock, can be found on 104.3 Cities FM. And then if you're more into the urban hip hop, some rap or rhythmic top 40, you can go to 96.9 Hits FM.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back to the pregame show. We have umpires. We have the coaches meeting, handing in lineups, all that good stuff. And speaking of the umpires, taking a look at your eyes on the game today, it'll be Eric Guler behind the plate calling the balls and the strikes. You got Joe Volpe over calling the action at first base, and Corey Aldrich calling the action at third base. So it's a little bit windy there, but hopefully things will calm down a little bit here. But that is a look at your eyes on the game here as we turn it over to our PA announcer.
And pitching number 1, Kalai Larson. Batting 6th, the left fielder, number 8, Bryson Rhodes.
For the starting lineups.
Batting 7th, the first baseman, number 4, Lewis Cockle. Batting 8th, the third baseman, number 42, Trevor Roach. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 12, Landon Moser. Non-starters for Lincoln, Abe Christensen, Luke Larson, Jack Oler, Grayson Bjorkman, Hudson Morrow, Santino Aranaga, Cruz Wavra, Braden Erickson, and Keith Canuck. Head coach is Michael Lonick. He's assisted by Rob Canuck and Noah Kulhonik. Now introducing the home team on the scoreboard, Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers. Leading off their third baseman, number 12, Eli Kokinch. Batting second, the first baseman, number 16, Noah Boucher. Batting third, designated hitter, number 15, Bryson Esser. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 7, Ethan Beek. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 10, Tayton Munns. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 4, Griffin Schlepko. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 13, Michael Oakland. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 11, Jason Severson. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 1, Ty Raymond. On the mound today for Harrisburg, number 6, Darren Sopransky. Non-starters, Rylan Bowe, Andrew Dirks, Sharon Hawthorne, and Cade Weedy. Head coach is Will Simons. He's assisted by Braxton Kusler. Umpires for today's game. Working the plate, Mr. Eric Guler. On the bases, Mr. Joel Volpe and Mr. Corey Ulrich. Now, to recite our American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. Players, please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor our country and show proper respect for the veterans, active duty military, and the flag, please rise if able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, so since the national anthem is being played and not sung, we will take a commercial break to avoid any copyright strikes, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
right, welcome back as we are almost ready to go here. 11:19 local time, just a little over, just shy of 2 hours delayed here. But hey, we're ready to go, and that's what matters the most. It's Darren Safransky who will be your starting pitcher here for the Harrisburg Tigers. He'll be tossing them into the mitt of Michael Oakland, the catcher, and then around the bases here, you got Noah. You know what? Let me grab my pronunciation sheet for this team because I want to make sure I get them right, or at least get as close as possible here. Let me find the Harrisburg Tigers really quick. I should have done that during the commercial break. My apologies there. All right, so we got at first base, we have Noah Boucher. At second base, we have Griffin Schlapko. At short base, or at shortstop, excuse me, we have Ethan Beek. At third base, we have Eli Kokenge, if I'm saying that correctly, and I will get it right moving forward. I can promise you that. Give me about an inning, okay? In the outfield, in right field, you have Tayton Munns. In center field, it's Ty Raymond, and over in left field is Kaysen Severson. So there we go. Those are your defensive setups here for the Harrisburg Tigers, and your batting lineup here for the for the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, also known as the Carpetland Rugs, will look like this. Batting first, batting the top of the order, 1, 2, 3, second baseman, number 6, Brody McIntyre, center fielder, Dell Adelaide, the right fielder, number 2, Carter McPeak, the middle of the order, 4, 5, 6, shortstop, number 3, Carter Harms, starting pitcher, number 1, let me grab the pronunciation sheet for that one there. Let's see, number 1 is Cooley Larson. Batting 6 is number 8, Bryson Rhodes. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, is first baseman Lewis Cockle. The third baseman, number 42, Trevor Roach. And the catcher, number 12, Landon Mosier.
The second baseman, number 6, Brody McIntyre.
So Brody McIntyre will lead it off here. Take a couple warm-up swings here as we get ready to go. Let's see, just browsing around here. It looks like they are looking out in left field regarding something there. We got, I think we got one of our groundskeeper going out into deep left field to maybe pick up some loose debris, just to make sure that when we start playing that the players don't trip over whatever might be out there in left field. But yeah, as I was browsing out of the field, that is what I noticed, and it looks like whatever was out there it has been picked up and removed. So we are ready to go now here for Game 1 of the Central Plains Regional Tournament. Once again, it's Darren Safransky up against Brody McIntyre, and the first pitch is in at 11:23 a.m. for strike number 1. And that one is going to miss for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, your home plate umpire here is Eric Guler. Joel Volpe at first. Corey Aldrich at third base. And this is a ground ball out towards first. Direct ground out as he'll step on the bag for out number 1.
Center fielder, number 5, Della Oduwate.
So bring up Della Oduwate. So he'll face pitch number 4 here from Safransky, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. And this is a ground ball out towards third, picked up there by I need to get familiar with that last name there. It's a 5-3 ground out. Kokenge, if I'm saying that correctly. I hope I was, or I hope I got at least close. Carter McPeak is the batter now here for Lincoln. First pitch, he was squaring up for a bunt. It'll miss outside for a ball. 1-0 here to Carter McPeak. So 2 away now here in the top of the first. 2 up, 2 down here for the Carpetland Rugs, otherwise known as Lincoln Post 500 Spartans. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that'll miss for ball 2. Three balls and a strike here to McPeak. And that one will be hit right up the middle. Picked up by Griffin, the second baseman, and he'll fire it over for the 4-3 ground out, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down here for the Carpetland Rugs from Lincoln, Nebraska. And we go to the bottom half of the first here with Harrisburg bringing out the bats next here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning here. And your starting pitcher here for Lincoln / Carpetland Spartans is going to be Mr. Larson. I'm trying to find the pronunciation for his first name here. Cully Larson, there we go. Cully Larson is our starting pitcher. Around the base is Lewis Cockle at first. Landon Mosier's the catcher. Trevor Roach at third. Brody McIntyre at second. Carter Harms is the shortstop. Bryson Rhodes is in left field. Dele Adelante is in center, and Carter McPeak is in right. And that first pitch, they're going to say it hit him in the helmet. So he'll reach base via hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the bottom of the first.
First baseman, number 16, Noah Boucher.
Noah Boucher is the batter now. And the first pitch is in for ball 1. Bryson Esser and Ethan Beek will be the other batters. We'll see Esser for sure, maybe Beek this inning, depending how things go over the next 2 batters here. 1 ball, no strike. And that will be in for a strike on the inside edge of the plate. One ball and 1 strike. And And that one is just a little low for ball 2. Larson will take a peek over his shoulder at first base and deliver the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryson Esser on deck here for the Harrisburg Tigers, who picked up a 2-0 victory over Yankton in the South Dakota State Championship game. That was they scored the 2 runs in the first inning of play, and they went scoreless the rest of the game, and that would end up being the final score. A fantastic pitching duel, you could say. Even though I didn't watch the whole game, I would presume that that was probably the case. I did watch part of that game, as I was busy broadcasting the North Dakota Championship game that particular day as well, so didn't get a chance to tune into the entire game, but I caught bits and pieces of it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout for Kali Larson. And Bryson Esser will be the batter now. Esser, excuse me. Brad Anderson will be in for the next 2 games, and then I'll be back for the 4th game of tonight. We'll have 4 more games tomorrow, 3 the day after that. And they've got him at first. They caught him leaning towards second, and he threw it at the right time to get him off the base, and that's out number 2. Still no pitches yet here to Esser. And there's a strike. 0-1 now here to Esser. So 2 away here for the Tigers. Wind up in the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A little bit windy. 73 degrees at last check here at the start of this contest of the Central Plains Regional. And that'll be tipped back foul to the backstop, and we'll hold tight at an 0-2 count. Once again, broadcast coverage of the Central Plains Regional Tournament brought to you by Frank's Lounge in Fargo. Sweet Shots, Mandy's of Fargo, ND, where you can find something for everyone. FM Convention and Visitors Bureau, Marvin Windows, and DMN Industries. Hard shot ball down the third base line that travels foul, and will stick tight at a 2-2 count. Also, Buffalo Wild Wings, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, TCI Insurance, Dakota Fins and Feathers, and Vic's Lounge, to name a few of our fantastic sponsors over this summer here for Legion Baseball and the Central Plains Regional Tournament. That pitch is a little bit high, so now we'll move to a 1-ball, 2-strike count here on Bryson Esser. Two away in the 0-2 pitch. Inside, and just barely missed the strike zone, and it also just barely missed Esser's left elbow. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's strike 3. Now we'll strike out the side. And we'll go to the 2nd inning with no score between the Spartans and the Tigers here in Game 1 of the Central Plains Regional Tournament here on MSPN Digital Television. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
Welcome back. Carter Harms will lead it off here in the top of the second for Lincoln. And that pitch is in for strike one. Safransky, that was his 10th pitch. 4 balls and 6 strikes on 10 tosses so far. Make that strike number 7. And a quick 0-2 count here as he gets ahead on Harms. 0-2 delivery outside for a ball, 1-2. Second game of the day will feature Elkhorn North, which is the unofficial runner-up for Nebraska. They'll be taking on Shakopee, Post 2, the champion from Minnesota. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in our third game today, it'll be the Minnesota runner-up Grand Rapids taking on the North Dakota state champion, the West Fargo Patriots. And that one's high for ball 3, and we have our first full count of the Central Plains Regional Tournament here. Comes 13 minutes into the ball game. Payoff pitch, and that one is sent out into left center field, and that one is in the glove of Ty Raymond for out number 1.
Nominating the pitcher, number 1, Kalai Larson.
Kalai Larson is the batter now, and that one's high and in for a ball, 1-0 here to Larson. It moves Bryson Rhodes into the on-deck circle with 1 away, so we'll see Rhodes for sure this inning since nobody's on base. That pitch will miss outside for a 2 balls and no strike count here to Kalai Larson. Our nightcap will feature the host team and the North Dakota runner-up, Fargo Post 400 Stars. And that one's blasted, and it's knocked down there by Schlapko, the second baseman. And he was able to not get it there in time, and they will charge it as an error. So that error charge to the second baseman. And they'll bring up Tyson Rhodes. Two balls and no strikes here to Bryson Rhodes. He'll look at first, and he'll fire over, and he's back safely. Two balls, no strikes, 1 away, and the pitch. He'll square it for a bunt. The pitch will come in high for ball 3. Once again, the Carpetland Rugs, or the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, whichever one you prefer. For the purpose of our audience, we'll refer to them as Lincoln, but we'll give them the CLR credit on our scoreboard because that's easy to do. 3-1. One of 2 teams in the tournament that has a sponsored team name. And now we have a full count here to Bryson Rhodes. So a payoff pitch coming up here for Bryson Rhodes. Once again, the runner on first is Kalai Larson. And the payoff pitch. And he got him and the throw up to second's not in time. So out number 2 and a runner on second. Now clear the count here for Lewis Cockle.
First baseman, number 4, Lewis Cockle.
And that one is ripped out into right field. Oh, drop for a base hit. And that will circle Larson around third. He will score, and Lincoln strikes first on the RBI single. Make it an RBI double by Lewis Cockle. And our first hit and run of the ball game comes 18 minutes in as Kalai Larson scores from second on the base hit RBI by Lewis Cockle to right field.
Third baseman, number 42, Trevor Roach.
So 1-0 lead now here for Lincoln here in the top of the second. A 2-out RBI base hit. Lewis Cockle stands alone on second as the pitch comes in for strike 1 here to Trevor Roach. Wearing number 42 on his jersey. And Roach will see his second pitch come in for strike 2. The 0-2 delivery outside for ball 1. And this one a ground ball out into right field as well. They're going to send Cockle around third, throw home, tags applied, and he's safe. That was a close call. It looked like the tag was applied, but he must have got his right foot on the base just in the nick of time. And as a result, it's another base hit for a run, and Lincoln will take a 2-0 lead on an RBI single by Trevor Roach to right field.
Catcher number 12, Landon Moser.
So as you just heard from our PA announcer, Ben Potter, it's Landon Mosier who'll be the batter now here for Lincoln. And the first pitch will miss for ball 1 here to Landon Mosier. He'll show bunt, and now the throw up to second. And they got him! That'll be out number 3. So Mosier will bat in the top of the third with a fresh count. But they do strike 2 runs on 2 hits on 2 errors. And we'll be back with more in a moment here. And they also leave they leave none on base, actually. And we'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Ethan Beek will start off this inning here for the Harrisburg Tigers as they find themselves down 2-0 after 2 runs were scored on a pair of hits to right field and a couple of errors charged in that inning to Harrisburg as well. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in and chiming in on the chat during the commercial break there. Saw one chat asking how the first game went. This is actually the first game. We had some storms roll through Fargo last night, which delayed the games. And that one is going all the way foul. Foul to right field. And that'll be a very long strike one. As I was saying, storms rolled through the area and dumped a torrential amount of rain. And we had flooding all over the facility, not just on the field, but the public entrance was under like 4 to 5 inches of water approximately. The parking lot was flooded, but that's because they were draining the water into the parking lot to try and get rid of it. And I couldn't even get to the press box. The walkways were flooded as well. We left here at about 3:30 a.m. with some progress. Returned at about 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. to finish the job, and we got everything ready to rock and roll right around 10:15, and the team started warming up. And here we are with game 1, second inning of play right now. That pitch is a little bit low. We sit at a 3-1 count now here to Ethan Beek. And that one's fouled out of the box for strike 1, or strike 2, excuse me. So another full count here. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike, and they will throw to first to complete the out.
Right fielder, number 10, Tatum Munns.
All right, it'll be Tatum Munns coming to the plate now here for Harrisburg. Take the first pitch outside for a ball. 1-0. And that one, he got a piece of it. So it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike now here to Tatum Munns. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base. Game 1 of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. 3 more games today, 4 more games tomorrow starting at 9:30. And weather should be good. The only time we'll have to worry about weather is probably on the evening of August 8th. That's the next threat of some storms in Fargo, at least according to the last forecast that I looked at. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. And then on August 9th, we'll have games 12 and 13. And on August 10th, we'll have 1 championship game, 2 championship games if necessary. Even at a 2-2 count here to Tatum Munns. 2-2 pitch. Inside edge and got him. Out number 2. So he'll go down looking. Griffin Shotko. Steps to the plate with 2 away now here in the bottom of the second. And that one's fouled away for strike 1. Michael Oakland would be the next batter here if Schlopko can find a way to get on base. And we'll have a visit to the mound here for the players. I don't see a coach coming out, but the players will talk some things over here at the mound. And Talking a little strategy there, most likely. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Strike 3, got him looking. And that will put an end to the second inning of play here at Starion Bank Field. It's game 1 of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. And the Carpetland Rugs from Lincoln, Nebraska have a 2-0 lead over the Harrisburg Tigers from South Dakota. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mandy's of Fargo, ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Clean up top of the third, the catcher, number 12, Landon Moser.
All right, welcome back. Landon Mosier will lead it off here for Lincoln in the top half of the third inning here at the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoy the broadcast and our next 13 to 14 broadcasts here as well, as we'll have every single game of this tournament right here on MSPN Digital Television. That one comes up high and in. It may or may not have skipped off the helmet of Landon Mosier, but I'm guessing it didn't since he's not on first base. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count now here to Landon Mosier. Brody McIntyre and Deli Odolate will be the other two batters we see this inning here for Lincoln. I told you if you gave me an inning that I would start to get these names down here, which I'm pretty proud of, because if I don't have to look at a pronunciation sheet, I can pay attention to what's happening in the game. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count now here to Landon Mosier. And that one's fouled off. We'll stay tight at 2-2. Broadcast coverage of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament brought to you by Frank's Lounge, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, and Mandy's of FargoND.com, where you can find something for everyone. That one fouled directly back, almost up into our broadcast booth had it not been for the netting. And it'll be, let's see here, two balls, 2 strikes, 2 fouled away pitches. It'll be pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up here. That one hits him, and he will advance to first base as a result.
Second baseman, number 6, Brody McIntyre.
Brody McIntyre, as we return to the top of the order here for Lincoln, he's 0 for 1 on a direct ground out to first base. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. He squares up for a bunt. Runner stays put at first, and the pitch comes across for ball 1. Darren Safransky on pitch 41 here. He'll take a peek there at Mosier on first. He'll come set and deliver the 1-0. A little bit high, ball 2. Lincoln coming in with an overall record of 47 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie. Harrisburg, on the other hand, coming in at 21 wins and 20 losses. And a throw up to first, and he's back in time. And the pitch came across as a strike, so it's 2-1 now here to Brody McIntyre. Make that 2-2. As Safransky clips the edge on the inside corner of the strike zone. Two-two pitch. They'll get him at second. So that'll put McIntyre on with a fielder's choice.
Center fielder, number 5, Dele Odulate.
Dele Odulate, 0 for 1 with a ground out to third on a 5-3. Last time he was at the plate. Quick check at the runner at first. Safransky comes set and delivers. In for strike one. Nice pitch there by, at least, oh, they're calling it a ball. Maybe it was a little bit high. My apologies on that. Sometimes I jump on the ball strike call before the umpire calls it. It looked like a strike from up here. And there's a strike. 1-1 the count now here to Dele Odulate. One ball, one strike, one out, one runner on. He got runs across the board here. Brody McIntyre, the runner for Lincoln. They will throw it over there, and he'll get back in time. Minnesota Twins taking on the Detroit Tigers today. That game will be starting in a few minutes. We'll give you updates on that game as we go throughout our broadcast here. One ball, one strike. And this one is ground ball into left field. Found that 5-6 gap between the third baseman and the shortstop for a base hit, and that will put two runners on base here for Lincoln and bring up Carter McPeak.
Carter McPeak.
And that one will hit him. And the bases are loaded here for Lincoln, and a huge opportunity to add to their 2-0 lead now. Brody McIntyre, the runner on third. Dele Odulate, the runner on second. And Carter McPeak, the runner on first. And this will result in a visit to the mound here. Harrisburg Tigers are managed by Kiefer Lund. The head coach is Jake Adams, and the assistant coach is Will Simmons. For Lincoln Post 500, it is Michael Lanick, Rob Canuck, and Noah, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I do not have pronunciations for the coaches. I'll see if I can change that moving forward here.
Shortstop number 3, Carter Harms.
Here's the windup in the pitch, and that one is fouled away. Carter Harms 0 for 1. A fly out to Ty Raymond, the center fielder, out in left center field last time he was at the plate. And that one's also fouled away for a strike. Oh-2 count here. One away, bases loaded. Can Safransky get that all-important second out here? Outside for a ball. 1-2. According to my numbers, that's pitch 51 for Safransky. This is pitch 52. And he tried to hit the edge and just missed. And it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes now as a result. To the batter, Carter Harms. Once again, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left center field last time he was at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball that will find its way into right field. That will score McIntyre from third. They'll send Delalatte from second. 2-run score on a 2-run RBI single to put runners on the corners. And now Lincoln has a 4-0 lead here in the top of the third.
Pitcher number 1, Kalai Larson.
So Carter McPeak, the runner on third. And that one will be fouled out of the box on the bunt attempt there. So Carter McPeak is the runner on third, and Carter Harms is the runner on first here for Lincoln. Between games here, we'll go see if we can tighten down the stand there. As you can probably hear through our field microphones, it's a little bit windy out there right now. It was still standing when I got here when I finally made my way out to center field at about 2 a.m. this morning. And I was very impressed. I thought for sure that thing was going to be blown over. And a nice one-hopper there to the third baseman. He fires across for the out. Runners stay put. Harms does advance to second on the ground out by Larson.
Left fielder number 8, Bryson Rhodes.
So now runners on second and third for Bryson Rhodes, and 2 away. First pitch in for a strike, a low outside strike. And it's 0-1. We're 39 minutes into the ball game now. Bryson Rhodes is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And that one's a high fly ball to left field. And that is caught for the third out. So they'll strand 2 on base, but they also score 2 more and take a 4-0 lead. They have 4 hits now. And another error charged in that inning to Harrisburg as well. 4 runs on 4 hits on 3 Harrisburg errors through 2.5 played here in Game 1 of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Welcome back to Starion Bank Field, home of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. And here in Game 1 of this tournament, it's the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, sponsored by Carpetland out of Lincoln, Nebraska, with a 4-0 lead over the Harrisburg Tigers, the South Dakota State champions. The Harrisburg Tigers are. Right down the middle for strike 1 to Michael Oakland, the batter. That was pitch 29 for Khalil Larson. And this one heading out into center field, and on the run, charging in is Dele Odalate for the out. So a line drive fly ball out into center field for out number 1.
Left fielder number 11, Kaysen Severson.
And a nice run in there by Odalate. And now Severson, it's Kaysen Severson, the batter. He'll take the first pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. So 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So a pair of strikes, one looking, one swinging. Down on the count 0-2 now here with one away. Ty Raymond is the batter on deck here for Harrisburg. The 0-2, that one is popped up high to left field, and they will run out of real estate. And that's a unique design there. How they, 3 years ago, that foul territory down the third baseline as well as the first baseline was the same area as the foul territory from home plate past the dugout. But they shortened that up with a... that one is into the glove of the left fielder, Bryson Rhodes, for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 1, Ty Raymond.
So a fly out to left field will bring up Ty Raymond. He's batter 9 in the lineup. And a ground ball towards third. Picked up before it goes foul, and they'll throw him out for the third out. So I'll take care of Harrisburg here in the third inning. And we'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
No runners were left on base.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
All right, it's Louis Cockle. Got himself a double to right field, which eventually led to the first run of the game for Lincoln. Right now they have a 4-0 lead, and that pitch will hit the edge, so we'll go to 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike count. So up next here for Starion Bank Field, they do plan to turf the outfield, and then once the outfield is turfed, they plan to put another patio on the third base side, similar to the one that they have on the first base side. If we get a chance, we'll show you what that looks like here on camera when the opportunity presents itself to do so. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I saw a comment on the chat during the commercial break that they love the video we put up yesterday on what to do in Fargo if your team's not playing here at the Central Plains Regional Tournament. And we got a couple of requests in the comment section to do more videos like that, and I was fully intending to do that, but then we got hit with a thunderstorm. So that one did not go over as planned. And since that fly ball, it's tough to see there, but you can kind of see the patio on the first base side. So that fouled away pitch will keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now he'll walk. So Louis Cockle reaches first on the walk, and that'll bring up Trevor Roach. It was Trevor Roach's bat that was responsible for the first run of the game, as he would get an RBI single. Matter of fact, No, I think he's only responsible for one. I'll have to double check the stats here. For a moment there, I thought maybe he batted in both runs. That one goes foul. So we're at strike one now here. Once again, we certainly appreciate you tuning in to the Central Plains Regional Tournament. I'm looking forward to this tournament all season long when we were told that we were going to have the go-ahead broadcast this. A little small ball there, and it will be not in time. So another error charged on the play. That's 4 errors for Harrisburg now.
Catcher number 12, Landon Moser.
So runners on first and second. Landon Mosier, 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. He'll show bunt again, and that pitch will go to the outside. And it'll be ball 1 here to Landon Mosier. Brody McIntyre moves into the on-deck circle. So Mosier and McIntyre represent the 9-1 batters here in the lineup for Lincoln. So we'll flip it over to the top of the order here if no triple plays occur. That one goes into the backstop. That will allow the runners to advance 90 feet, and it'll be ball 2. And that pitch is in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now here to Landon Mosier. So we'll see with nobody out if he'll square up here or not. And he will not, but he will take ball 3. And a good eye there by Mosier to let that pitch go. 3-1. That is a walk. So for the second time in this game, Lincoln has loaded the bases, and that'll bring up Brody McIntyre as we return it to the top of the order now. So Lewis Cockle, the runner on third, Trevor Roach, the runner on second, Landon Mosier, the runner on first, and once again the batter is Brody McIntyre. Top of the order for the third time. And that one's going out into right center field, and it is over the head of right fielder Tayton Muntz, and that will score Lewis Cockle. It'll also score Trevor Roach. It is a 2-run double for Brody McIntyre, and the Lincoln post 500, take a 6-0 lead on their 5th hit of the game. So Cockle and Roach score. Mosier advances over to third on the 2-run RBI double by Brody McIntyre. And that is going to do it here for Darren Safransky. I had him down for 73 pitches. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll take a short break, and we'll tell you who the new pitcher is in just a moment.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
All right, so Griffin Schlapko is your new pitcher. Rylan Bowe will come into the game to play second base. And it's Dele Olalate, the center fielder, 1 for 2, ground out to third, and a single to left field. And that first pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1 now here to Dele Olalate. Okay, and we also have a new left fielder, and that's Bryson Esser, number 15. So new left fielder, new second baseman, and Griffin Schlapko is your new pitcher here for Harrisburg. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. And this one is snagged there by the shortstop. He'll toss it back to Bowe for the double play. They'll take the runner off second, and they'll leave 1 runner on third all by himself. So it is a 6-4 double play.
Regular number 2, Carter McPeak.
And the runner stays tight at third base. Carter McPeak, the batter now. And the first pitch is in for a ball, so it's 1-0 now here to Carter McPeak, who's 0 for 1. Ground out to the second baseman, who at the time was the pitcher, Griffin Schlapko. And then he was hit by a pitch last time he was up. He's making his 3rd appearance at the plate today. 6-0 lead here for Lincoln. 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 so far here in the top of the 4th. Schlapko delivers. A nice pitch there. Got it in for a strike. 2-1 here to Carter McPeak. We're 54 minutes into the ball game. Once again, broadcast coverage of the Central Plains Regional Tournament. And a ground ball to third. And they'll fire over to first. And that will be enough to keep that run from scoring. They'll strand the runner on base. And we'll put an end to the top half of the 4th. We're through 3.5. Nothing in the first inning, 2 in the second, third, and 4th for Lincoln, and as a result, they have a 6-0 lead after 3.5 played here in Game 1 of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament here on MSPN Digital Television.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right. Kalai Larson will toss pitch 36 to start the home half of the 4th. Eli Kokenge is the batter. And Kokenge with a ground ball out towards short. Carter Harms picks it up, fires it over, and the jumps up in the air, comes down with it, applies the tag. It'll be a 6-3 ground out, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out here for Kalai Larson and Lincoln. I'll bring up Noah Bosch. Bosch, let me double check. Is it Bosch? Boucher.
Noah Boucher.
There we go. Noah Boucher. Strike 1. Noah Boucher is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one Ouch, that one skipped off the turf, went through the catcher's leg, and the home plate umpire caught that on the inside of his left leg, and as a result, he went up to first base to get the first base umpire's decision on if that was a ball or a strike, and he called it a ball. So we're at 2-1 now here, and the umpire will get a little bit of a breather. And you also get a couple new baseballs here from the Lincoln coach. Nice sunny day now here. Want to give a big thank you to Scott for clicking that join button and supporting us financially here. Thank you so much, Scott. I much appreciate that. 2 balls and a strike. They're going to call strike 2 there, and it's 2-2. One away in the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away, will stay at 2-2. And thanks to everybody else chiming in on the chat. I see a couple of you chit-chatting about the Twins. I think those people know that I'm a Twins fan, and yeah, it's been a rough 7 to 10 days here for this Twins fan. And that'll be a drop third strike, and he'll just be tagged out on his way up to first. And that will put out number 2 on the board, and that'll clear the count here for Bryson Esser.
Left fielder, number 15, Bryson Esser.
Esser's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And that one will hit him. That one will leave a mark, too. So a runner on base now here for Harrisburg with 2 outs. Does Ethan Beek have a little 2-out magic in him to maybe get some things clicking here in the bottom of the 4th for Harrisburg? Once again, Harrisburg, your South Dakota champion. They defeated Yankton by the final score of 2-0 by scoring 2 runs in the top of the 1st, and the rest of the game went scoreless. And a bouncing ball that will go foul. So Yankton, the South Dakota runner-up, they'll play the nightcap here against the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And right before that game, we'll have the opening ceremonies before that 7 o'clock game. I don't have the official wording or anything, but I believe the opening ceremonies start at 6:30. And we'll have those opening ceremonies as part of that 7 p.m. pregame show right here on MSPN Digital Television. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Ethan Beek. 1-1 pitch. And that is, they'll peel up to first and they'll say it's ball 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a bouncing ball to second. McIntyre has it. He'll toss it into the glove of Cockle at first for the ground out. And that will leave 1 stranded on base, and that will put an end to 4 innings of work here as Lincoln has a 6-0 lead. 6 runs on 5 hits, 4 errors, and they have left a total of 3 stranded on base here through 4 innings of work. We'll be back with the 5th inning here on MSPN Digital Television in just a moment. Stay tuned.
47 pitch count, Kalai Larson.
Welcome back. Carter Harms will lead things off here in the top of the fifth for Lincoln, who have a 6-0 lead on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. That first pitch is in for strike one. Harms is 1 for 2 in the game so far. A fly out to left center field. Last time he was up, he nailed a 2-run RBI single to right field to put 2 of the 6 runs on the board here for Lincoln. Otherwise, or I don't want to say otherwise known as, but sponsored by Carpetland. Their team name via sponsorship is the Carpetland Rugs. Hence why we have the CLR on your scoreboard there in the upper left corner. But they are from Lincoln, Nebraska. 2 balls and a strike. I want to say a hi to my good friend Jim, watching from a rain-saturated Denver, North Carolina, which is about a 40-minute, I believe, if I remember conversations with him from the past correctly, I believe is about a 40-minute drive to Shelby, North Carolina. And this is a ground ball right up the middle, a diamond cutter for a base hit and a single for Carter Harms. And Harms is now 2 for 3 here on the afternoon. That'll bring us to batter 5 in the lineup, Kalai Larson.
Pitcher number 1, Kalai Larson.
Just eclipsed the 1 hour mark of the ball game. 1 hour and 3 minutes time of the game so far here. And he'll show bunt down the third base line. It's a good bunt. Can he run it out? No, he cannot, but the bunt will do its job. It'll move Carter Harms into scoring position on second, and there's 1 out on a 5-3 sacrifice bunt.
Left fielder number 8, Bryson Rhodes.
So now Bryson Rhodes with a runner on second and 1 gone will step up to the plate. If you're just tuning in, Lincoln scored 2 in the top of the second, 2 in the top of the third, and 2 in the top of the fourth to take their 6-0 lead. And the pitch will drop in for a strike. Nice pitch there by Griffin Schlapko. Bryson Rhodes 0 for 2, struck out swinging, and also a fly out to left field on his last trip to the plate. Here's the 0-1. And that one's low and inside for a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike now the count here to Bryson Rhodes. Game 2 of the day will feature Elkhorn North, which is the designated runner-up for Nebraska, taking on the Minnesota champion Shakopee Post 2. And Brad Anderson will have the call on game 2 of the day here. That one pops up into the backstop, and that will allow Carter Harms to advance over to third. Two balls and a strike now here to Bryson Rhodes. 6 runs on 6 hits on 4 Harrisburg errors. And that pitch is in for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Schlapko. Schlapko on his 2nd inning of work. He came in the top of the 4th in relief. Here's the 2-2. And just a little bit high and in, ball 3. Full count now here to Bryson Rhodes. Lewis Cockle is the batter on deck with 1 away. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and strikeout. And that's out number 2. Lewis Cockle, 1 for 1, a double to right field and a walk.
Lewis Cockle.
Nice crowd on hand here. 1 ball, no strike. We've shown you a couple different camera angles of this field, but if you want to see the whole field, we do have the Welcome to Fargo video on our YouTube channel, which is our quote preview show to the Central Plains Regional Tournament. It's a 9-minute video on everything that you could potentially do within a 10-minute walk of Starion Bank Field. 2 balls and no strikes. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, go ahead. Oh, 2 balls and 1 strike, my apology. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go ahead between games here. You can do it right now if you want to, but I would presume that a majority of you would be more interested in this game over that particular video. But last time I looked, after 1 day of being uploaded, we were closing in on 400 views on that video. We did have a couple of requests to do some more videos, but thunderstorms put a big no to that one. And Lewis Cockle will be walked. So I'll put runners on the corners here for Trevor Roach. He's 1 for 2, a single to right field.
42, Trevor Roach.
And he also reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. So an hour and 7 minutes in, you got runners on the corners. Carter Harms on third, Lewis Cockle on first, and Trevor Roach is the batter that moves Landon Mosier into the on-deck circle here for Lincoln. 2 away. Shoplow takes a peek at first and delivers. And this one is fouled away, and we have strike 1. Trevor Roach singled to right field prior to his last plate appearance where he reached on the air. 1 of 6 hits here for Lincoln through 4 2/3 innings of work, or 4 2/3 innings of offense. That's foul tipped, and Cockle will take second, so it'll be strike 2 and an 0-2 count. Lewis Cockle will get credit for the stolen base, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position here. If Roach can find a base hit, it could be an 8-0 lead here for Lincoln at the 1 hour and 8 minute mark of the ball game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll strand 2 on base. That's a strikeout. And Harrisburg gets out of a scare there. It'll remain 6-0 here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. And we'll take a break and be back with the 6th inning of play here, or the bottom of the 5th actually, and not the 6th just yet, but the bottom of the 5th. When we return after this, stay tuned.
2 runners were left on base.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. We move to the home half of the 5th. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 stretch of the Harrisburg Tigers batting lineup, starting with Tayton Muntz. We'll see Griffin Schlapko and Michael Oakland this inning as well here. We'll see if they can get the bats clicking, get a couple of hits, and maybe get a run or 2 on the board here and start to close the gap on Lincoln. Here's the 6-0 pitch. That was our score, is what I meant to say. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Tayton Muntz struck out looking last time he was at the plate. This is a ground ball that will be foul on the third base side, and that'll move the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. I saw in the chat during the commercial break that people wanted us to do those type of videos even during the let's see here. Oh, okay. The internet here is buffering. I thought for a moment our YouTube video was frozen, but it's not, so it's just buffering on my end. Hopefully it's not buffering on your end there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But as I was saying, they've asked us to do videos even during the winter time, which, I mean, if you're going to watch it, I'll certainly consider putting that together. No doubt about it.
Nominating the pitcher, number 4, Griffin Schlapko.
Baseball games come first, obviously, but we certainly we're always looking for ideas on what type of content you'd like to see here on MSPN Digital Television. I wasn't entirely sure how that that video that we put on yesterday would go, but it looks like it's been a hit. So Swing and a miss. Now be strike 2. Griffin Schlapko is the batter, by the way. And now he'll strike out. So that's 2 outs on the board. Michael Oakland, the batter now.
Catcher number 13, Michael Oakland.
Last time Oakland was at the plate, he hit a low flying line drive to the center fielder, Della Odolate. And that pitch will be low and out for a ball. 1-0 here to Michael Oakland. If Oakland can reach base, we'll see Kason Severson next, who's the batter on deck, looking for a chance to bat here in this inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to count now here to Michael Oakland. 55 pitches for Kalai Larson, according to my numbers. 1 ball and 1 strike, and you can make that 2 balls and 1 strike now here to Oakland. Oh, I'm sorry, they called that a strike, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes instead of the other way around. A little bit high, now we're at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that one in the inning. 3 up and 3 down here for Harrisburg in the top of the 5th, or the bottom of the 5th, excuse me. And we are through 5 complete. And it remains 6-0 in favor of the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, sponsored by Carpetland. We'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
59.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
All right, welcome back. Mike with you here on MSPN Digital Television, live from Starion Bank Field in Fargo. It's the Central Plains Regional Tournament, and it's Game 1 of said tournament, featuring the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, sponsored by Carpetland, taking on the South Dakota champion, Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers. Right now, it is the Carpetland Rugs with the 6-0 lead over the Tigers here. Our next game, scheduled for 12 noon, but it's probably going to be closer to maybe, when did we get started with this game? An hour and 15 minutes ago, so 11:15. Probably closer to 2 o'clock, maybe. I'm just mentally trying to add up the time in my head there on the fly, so. But whenever the game is, we'll have it for you, and we appreciate your patience.
Leading on top half of the 6th, the catcher, number 12, Landon Moser.
Landon Moser, 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, then he was walked his second time up. He'll take strike 1 here. I think that was a strike. Nope, they called it a ball. My apologies. 1-0. Brody McIntyre and Deli Odolate. Odolate is the 3 batters that we'll see here in the top half of the 6th. It's the 9-1-2 portion of the batting lineup here for Lincoln. And the 2-0 pitch, and that will hit for a strike, 2-1. Griffin Schlapko with pitch 27 coming up here. Three and 1. The count. And another strike, 3-2. So full count here. Schlapko battling back from a 2-0 count to bring us to a full count at 3-2, and the payoff pitch on the way. And that one is hit up, and it will be caught there by the shortstop, it looks like. And he will make the grab for the out. So that's out number 1. And that'll bring us to Brody McIntyre as we flip it back to the top of the order here for Lincoln.
Number 6, Brody McIntyre.
Strike one here to McIntyre. And a check swing. He'll sneak by Schlapko. Picked up there by Bo, the second baseman. Fires it over to Noah Boucher. And that is out number 2 on a 4-3.
Center fielder number 5, Dele Odulate.
Dele Odulate, 1 for 3. A ground out to third. A single to left field and a line drive into a double play to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. Takes the first pitch here outside for a ball, and it's 1-0 to Dele Odulate. Once again, 1 for 3 on the game so far. And that'll be strike one. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count now here. At least, yep, it is 1-1 according to the umpire. Sometimes that outfield scoreboard, when they push the ball or the strike button, it takes a bit for it to actually show up on the scoreboard, and other times it's instant, it's immediately. Struck him out looking. And that will put an end to the top of the 6th. Harrisburg having their troubles here against Lincoln, and they're running out of time here. It is a double elimination tournament, so keep that in mind. Nobody is out for good on day 1. Update from the Twins game. The Twins have a 3-1 lead over the Detroit Tigers. We'll take a break and tell you more about everything when we return after this. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. New pitcher on the mound here for Lincoln is number 42, Trevor Roach. He moves from third base to the mound, and moving from the mound to third base is Kalai Larson. So just a straight flip-flop from third base and pitcher. So once again, Trevor Roach finishing his warm-up pitches here as he'll take over and look to, he'll be in a save position here with a 6-0 lead, and Kalai Larson will be on the hook for the win as long as Harrisburg doesn't find a way to tie this game up. That would be the only way Kalai Larson would be taken out of the win column.
Number 2, Rylan Poe.
First pitch in for a strike. And strike 2 is delivered. Kason Severson is the batter, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. And Roach will deliver the 0-2. And it goes right back him, and it'll be not quite a diamond cutter. It'll be a throw out at, no, it will not. He'll make it in time. It'll be an infield hit. At least that's how I would score it. And that's indeed how they will score it. And Kason Severson gets the first hit of the game here for Harrisburg Tigers. Snuck it right as Roach was recovering from his pitching motion. That ball snuck right behind him and he was turned around and not able to grab that one. Thankfully, his shortstop, Carter Harms, was able to back him up. Strike one. So, well, I'll try and coordinate those thoughts before I continue with what I was about to say. 0-1. Swinging and a miss, 0-2. So Harrisburg got here via a 2-0 win over Yankton in the South Dakota State Championship game. West Fargo defeated Fargo Post 400 in the North Dakota State Championship game. And Shakopee defeated Grand Rapids in the Minnesota Championship game. And Nebraska is a whole nother story on how they got here.
Third baseman, number 12, Eli Koken.
Lincoln Southeast is the designated champion, and Elkhorn is the designated runner-up. Elkhorn actually lost in the semifinals, but due to some ineligible players, they had to shuffle the deck from Nebraska. So that's the story, the summary of what happened in Nebraska to get these teams here. And I've seen some stuff on social media. There are certainly people who have their opinions about what happened, and that's understandable. And did he tag him? No, he did not. Yes, he did. It's a double play. Wow. And that will end the inning. So they'll leave nobody on base, and we go to the 7th. Harrisburg will have one more chance to try and come back, and one more chance to add some insurance runs here for Lincoln when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
No runs. They had one hit. There are no
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. We are in the top of the 7th here. Or I'm sorry, the bottom of the 6th. No, top of the 7th. I was right the first time. And right up the middle, and that'll be a base hit up into center field.
Shortstop number 3, Carter Harms.
One ball, no strike here for Carter Harms. He's 2 for 3. A fly out to left, a single to center, and a single to right field. Those 2 singles were flip-flopped in the order that I just shared them with you. And the 1-0 is high and in for 2 balls and no strikes now here to Carter Harms. Carter McPeak with that hit up the middle there to get on first base. He's your runner on here for Lincoln. 1 hour and 27 minutes, time of the game, 6-0 in favor of Lincoln here in the first game of the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. They'll fire over to first, and back in time safely is McPeak. 2-0 pitch, check swing. They'll appeal to first, and they'll say he didn't go, and I agree with that. 3 balls and no strikes. For those who are not sure, the bat has to cross that foul line for it to be a non-checked swing. That's how that rule is designated. Here's the 3-0, and he'll walk him on 4 pitches. Now put 2 runners on, move McPeak up to second with Harms on the walk on first, and bring up Kalai Larson.
Third baseman, number 1, Kalai Larson.
0 for 2, reached on an error, then he grounded out to third, and a sacrifice bunt to move his teammate into scoring position last time he was at the plate. Small ball, and they will fire to first in time. They got it. So a sacrifice bunt will move McPeak to third and Harms to second. Puts 2 runners in scoring position here.
Left fielder, number 8, Bryson Rhodes.
And now Bryson Rhodes is the batter here. He's 0 for 3. He struck out swinging, then he'd fly out to left, and then he struck out swinging again. And the first pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0 now here to Bryson Rhodes. Once again, our next game here, Elkhorn North versus the designated runner-up in Nebraska against the Minnesota champion, Shakopee Post 2. Brad Anderson will have the call on that game. It's coming up. We'll see how soon after the conclusion of this game. On a normal day, it'd be about an hour, but I don't know if they'll do an hour today or not. So we'll find out. 2 balls and a strike. Here to Bryson Rhodes. Three balls and a strike now here to Rhodes. Once again, the runner's on base. Carter Harms on second. Carter McPeak on third. We've hit the 1 hour, 30-minute mark of the ball game. 90 minutes in. 3 balls and a strike here to Bryson Rhodes. Lewis Cockle is the batter on deck. And now the bases are loaded for the aforementioned Lewis Cockle as Rhodes will reach on a walk. And Cockle is 1. Did they get the runner out on third? I looked down to finish that stat, and looks like there's 2 outs and the bases will no longer be loaded. Carter McPeak gets picked off at third. So I'll reset the count for Lewis Cockle, and you have runners on first and second instead of the bases loaded now. And that puts 2 outs on the board.
Number 28, Cruz Wavra.
All right, so replacing Cockle in the 7 hole here for Lincoln is Cruz Wavra. Make sure I said that right. Wavra. Cruz Wavra, according to the pronunciation sheet I have in front of me here. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and no strike now here to Cruz Wavra. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to third. Did they get him? Yes, they did. I think what they're going to say is he came off the bag on the slide in there. So that will strand 1 on base, and that will be out 3. And it'll be to the bottom of the 7th. A 6-0 lead. Can Harrisburg score 6 and send us to extras, or potentially walk it off and win by scoring 7? We've seen it a couple times this season, but will we see it here at the Central Plains Regional? We're about to get the answer to that question when we return after the break here on MSPN Digital Television.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. We have a new pitcher here for Lincoln. And that first pitch comes in for a strike here in the bottom of the 7th. Let me grab my binoculars. I didn't get a chance to catch who it was when our PA announcer announced it. Looks like it's number 15. And that is ball 1. So number 15 is... let me double check here. Santino Aranagua. Kalai Larson moves from third base to first base. And taking over third base is the former pitcher Trevor Roach. So we're at 2 balls and a strike now here. We got all that sorted out. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 6 runs on 7 hits on 4 errors for Lincoln. No runs on 1 hit on no errors for Harrisburg. And a swing and a miss for strikeout and out number 1. So Ethan Beek will be the batter now, or at least he's, actually they're gonna switch it up here.
Left fielder, number 15, Bryson Esser.
No balls and a strike. Bryson Esser is the batter. Esser 0 for 2. Tagged out on a drop third strike, and then he also grounded out. Down the count 1-2 now here. As you get a look at the new pitcher there. Santino Aranagua. That one's fouled up to the first base side, and it is out of play. And we'll stay at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Harrisburg down to their final 2 outs. Our next game coming up will be Elkhorn North taking on Shakopee Post 2. Scheduled 12 noon start. Obviously, it'll be a little bit later. One, 2. Struck him out. That puts out number 2 on the board now. And last chance is going to be Ethan Beek here for Harrisburg.
Shortstop number 7, Ethan Beek.
So if Harrisburg doesn't have a 2-out rally in them, they'll play at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning against the loser of West Fargo and Grand Rapids. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Ethan Beek is 0 for 2. Drop third strike and a ground out to second base. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Santino Aranagua. No balls and 2 strikes. Can he get one more past Ethan Beek? And we'll have a short pause here as he'll step off. Oh, 2, Aranagua will come set and wind and deliver. Swung on and a bouncing ball to short. Harms picks it up. Larson fires it over. That's the ball game. Lincoln will advance in the Central Plains Regional Tournament by defeating Harrisburg with a final score of 6-0. So Harrisburg will play the loser of West Fargo and Grand Rapids at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and Lincoln will play at 3:30 tomorrow against the winner of that same game between West Fargo and Grand Rapids. So that West Fargo Grand Rapids game is our third game of the day, third of 4 here today. So fans of these two teams, that would be a game that you probably want to tune into. But before that, we got Elkhorn North versus Shakopee, and then our nightcap tonight, including the opening ceremonies, we'll have Fargo Post 400 Stars taking on Yankton. And what a time to end this game, right before the 1 p.m. test tornado siren. So there's no siren or no actual storm. It's just a monthly test. So that'll wrap up game number 1 of this contest here. Brad Anderson's in next with the Elkhorn North and the Shakopee game coming up here on MSPN Digital Television. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast, and we look forward to game number 2 here. Time of the game, 1 hour and 37 minutes here on MSPN Digital Television. Well, they got 140, I guess. I had 137. But either way, that's the end of the game. 6-0 your final score here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPNDTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.